Hi guys, welcome to JBIMS form filling workshop. There are 5 things to be taken care of in Jamal Bajaj form, and why they are important I will tell you right now. Because the problem is that if I'm taking your interview, the moment you enter into the interview room, the only thing I know about you is your name. I have no background about you, so very difficult for me to converse with you. So form like this help me to understand you before I take your interview. So academic qualifications, work experience. You have mentioned a lot of pinpoints or keywords here, which will help me understand more about you and ask you a few questions based on that. Yeah. So it's very important to fill your forms. Not only this form, but any kind of form which you're filling like SPJ and other forms. So it's very important for that. So if you're CETking students, all these detailed workshops is given in your GDPI module within your login ID. So before you fill the form, please go through all those workshops and then fill the form. Fine. So you should make a more of an informed interview call rather than just filling in for the heck of it. Fine. And second thing is, after you fill the form, any kind of form, please take a photocopy or a screenshot of the form, because if you remember something in the interview they are asking you something else, so there's gonna be mismatch. Fine. I've actually seen people who are asking me, sir, can I see what I have written in the form? Fine. So because before you go into that kind of phase, so it's better to take a note of all those things. Alright. So now we'll start with the workshop. So we'll go through each of these 5 things which you have to take care of. Alright, first page is fairly simple, straightforward. You have to put up your personal detail, academic record, and just save and continue which university you did your graduation, everything. So no problem. First page is common. Now second page is your contact details. So again, no problem in that area. Contact details, you have to put in your phone numbers and everything, and then you would submit. Now this comes the first main page. You talk about the academic qualification here. So we've done your 10th, 12th, graduation. Now here is the main part where your final aggregate is calculated as the average of percentage obtained in all years of bachelor's. Fine. Alright, so if you're in the final year students, then you can apply for all the mark sheet which you already have. Fine. Now if you got a KT, for example, you have cleared your final year, but you have 1 KT left, so don't fill your final mark, just fill the aggregate of the last 2 years or the first 2 years or first 3 years. Fine. Now this part was very simple. Now comes the last part. Enter any academic award, extracurricular activities, and position responsibility held, if any. Fine. So we'll talk about each of them. So there's the academic award, extracurricular activities, and position heads. So we'll start with the easy part first. Position held. If you've ever been a organizer of an inter-college event, or in your college days you were a monitor or a schoolboy, or any kind of a qualification which you have, you can mention in the positions head. Yep. Extracurricular activities talk about if you have ever dancing competitions, winning painting competitions in college days. School days are okay, but don't go as low as 5th standard, 2nd standard. Try to maintain as good as number of achievements in your college days, working with the NGO. So we have a section. If you look at in my dashboard within your workshops, within your PI workshop, you'll see one workshop on achievement. Fine. Please go through that workshop once again and then fill this form. Fine. Academic awards. And now academic awards is normally left blank by most of the people. So if you have any kind of academic award, you can mention it here. Fine. So 3 things we have to mention here. Please do not leave this blank. This is going to be important. Alright, moving to the next phase, we have work experience here. Now again, work experience, name of the company, completely joined as, no problem. Give brief roles and responsibility description. Now that is very important. So we make sure you are writing the good roles and responsibilities, or which come across as a more smart guy, rather than just saying I work for IT. Fine. Again, in your login ID there is a column for how to write the roles and responsibilities. So please go through that column. You can add more work experiences if you want, if you have. Yep. So that's the second most important question which you have to see before you apply. Alright, third main part is a referee. Now do not put your father name, mother name, or any uncle's name as a referee. Stick no. The referee have to be your boss at work. If you don't want to involve your boss into all these things, you can talk to any of the senior person in the office. Even if he is not related to you, you can fill in name, obviously after taking him into confidence. Or you can talk about any of your teacher, college teacher, school teacher. Yeah, for example, if you are CETking student, you can come to me because I'm not your official teacher. You are joined with the coaching classes, so which is not counted as a formal teaching experience. Yeah. So college teacher, go back to your school days, college days, and get a reference from your college teacher. Yep. And again, you have to mention the relationship. He was my school teacher, college teacher. He was my within my school. He was my math teacher, science teacher. All these things you can mention here. Yep. Fine. In case a boss is not willing to give you a certificate, or you don't want your boss to know about that, you can take the reference from anyone. Fine. Who is senior to you? Do not take a reference from your colleague, but rather than go for a senior person. Now, in this thing, state your relationship with the person referee in 1 minute. This is another opportunity can be to talk about your, if you are working, then you can talk about your work profile as well. That he is working with me, or I am working with him in this particular project. I am working for a JPMC, JP Morgan Chase project for $100 million, whatever. Fine. This can also act as to give you more information. Give more information about yourself to the panelists, so they can know more about you. Alright, next you have to enter your CAT and CET. You can tick in both the boxes as well. So if you have appeared for CAT, I would recommend you to tick both the things, because of the fact they are anyway going to accept the best of the 2 scores. So they'll automatically pick up best. But if your CAT scores are very, very bad, then you can simply tick CET scores. Now for those who have taken CAT, it's very difficult to score 99% in CAT, but CET scores are normally high. Fine, so I would recommend you to apply through CET as well. Yep. Alright, so that's the number 4 thing you need to take care of, that you have to fill CET or CAT. I will personally recommend you, before you fill the form, let's wait for CAT results to come. See your CAT results. If your CAT results are not that encouraging, only mark CET. Yep. Alright, move to the last part. You have to update your photograph here. Fine, do not call me for what size of photo and all, so they have given you the instructions. Please put this question mark, they will give the instruction, and then fill the form accordingly. Where you heard about JBIMS, have you applied for JBIMS before? If yes, when? Tell something about yourself which, apart from the information given, which will help your candidature. Fine. This is your major stake where you have to mark. So number 1, I want you to add your achievements here. Fine. Apart from the achievements which you mentioned earlier, NGO work, any kind of thing, please see my achievements video workshop in your GDPI module before you fill that. Number 2, I can mention my strengths. Number 3, I can mention any of a major things I have done in my past. So again, go through that introduction video which I have mentioned in my, if you have joined the CETking program, you will see all those things. Alright, so like this, all the other forms which you are going to fill, please, if you have joined us for the GDPI program, please see my workshop before you fill the form. It's very, very important. Not for only for JBIMS. Anyway, this is a small form, only 5 things you have to take care of. This was the fifth one. But SP Gen, all of the forms, please see that SOP building. So all the workshops are there in your dashboard. Yep. If you're not a CETking student, you want to join us, you can go to CETking.com. You will see the online courses within that, and you can call us on 959 444 1448. Yeah, if you want to join us for the classroom or online program. So all the best. Thank you very much.